So guys, here we have is our NASDAQ 100. Take a look at this movement, right? It is an incredible movement. Even today on the 26th, right, we actually had this bearish move. Now we would want to see our analysis for the next day on the 27th. So to actually get this analysis right, to actually be able to predict this move on the 27th, we would have to roll to the weekly time frame because I love using the weekly time frame. Guys, notice I love using the weekly time frame to understand this price analysis better. Now take a look at this NASDAQ 100. For the weekly time frame, if you are to zoom it out, as at one time a point, one time, as at the point of time we were having this impulse move, which is actually a bullish move, right? So NASDAQ 100 has actually been going bullish and bullish, just giving us that bullish move, right? So early 2021, then boom, price started drop, right? We all can see this bearish move. So price has actually dropped, it broke below 10 period moving average, and ever since then our price on NASDAQ 100 is bearish, right? So below 10 period moving average. Now take a look at this now, right? Let's see this movement this way. We saw this drop, right, on NASDAQ 100. A correction was made, then another drop was made. We saw this drop broke this previous lows. That is a feature of a downward trend. Then a correction was made, and guess what? We've gotten another impulse movement downward, and guess what? Again, we are actually waiting for this impulse movement downward to actually break this previous low. So weekly time frame, we are still on a bearish move and very much likely to have this bearish move to this year end. So to this year end, we would continue to go bearish on NASDAQ 100. So we would want to see this NASDAQ 100 break this previous lower lows on NASDAQ 100. So that is one weekly time frame. We are bearish. Now let's see what daily time frame says. So daily time frame now, let's take a look at it. If you have to zoom it out, we can see this drop, right? So we are bearish. Now I want us to look at this recent movements on daily time frame. We would start it from here. There's only one movement we all can see, a bearish move, right? That is one. Second is that the price is below 10 period moving average. As at one point in time, it was going bullish. People were going long. It was above 10 period moving average. The rules of 10 period moving average, once it is above 10 period, we should go long. So people were going long. All of a sudden, this price started dropping, which we predicted this move. If we are following this channel consistently, we predicted this move. Now this price is below 10 period moving average, so we have to short it. And now see this movement on this 10 period moving average. This was on the weekly time frame. This was the pullback level on the weekly time frame, right? So we are now dropping again, and guess what? We are close to this pullback level again. So guys, we would actually, the next day we would want to see this price drop to that same level again. So on the 27th, we are expecting this NASDAQ 100 to drop to that same level again, right? And then give us a pullback. So now let's see it this way. We can see it this way. There was an impulse move downward. We had a correction here. We got a correction. Another impulse move downward. There was a correction. Then we had impulse move downward here. Then there's a correction we can see here, and now another impulse move have been made. So of course, after the impulse move, we would be expecting a correction. And one thing I know for sure is that correction do happen at a certain level, maybe a major level or a minor level. Anyway, correction will definitely happen. Reason why I said on this day time frame, we will drop to this our previous level where this price had this pullback from on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we had this pullback at this level. This was the lowest point for this year on this NASDAQ 100. So we would expect our price to drop to that level, to the lowest point of it. After the level, then we should now expect a pullback. So once the pullback has been gotten, then a drop again will occur to break below. So above all, weekly time frame, we are still bearish on our NASDAQ 100, but the next day we want to see it drop a little bit to that level. Then a pullback should happen is what we will be expecting. Now let's see what this 4 hour time frame says. 4 hour time frame, to place this trade, we are still on a bearish move. Take a look at it from here. We'll just see it from here, guys. I don't want to go up. For the daily time frame, we started from top here, but this 4 hour time frame, we would start from here. There's only one movement that is going. which is bearish, right? And the price is below 10 period moving average. So I mean, if you are to go on this trade, I would say you should short it. So let's see. Now you can see let's take a look at this one. We saw this correction, then another drop. Yeah, so we got this correction here, guys. We had another drop here. So guys, a correction opened here. Now another drop. So this is a little bit of a correction we had. So what are we expecting, guys? Again, another drop. So by that time we have that impulse move downward. By the time we have that drop that I am talking about, it would have gotten to that our level, our lowest level we talked about on the daily time frame. So once the price gets to that level, then a pullback should happen again. So now if you look at this for our time frame, it says we should short this price. Pullback has just occurred. So it is now time for us to now go and short on this price. So by the time this drop happens, it should actually get to the level we talked about. After the level, then a pullback should happen on NASDAQ 100. So that is what the analysis is actually saying.